Okay, so we're going to mix this palette, and I'm going to do a little color theory lesson for you today about how painting a portrait applies to this palette. Remember that in the past, artists were very limited in terms of paints. Many had to grind their own. So having such an extensive palette, which I also use and enjoy, but for them, it wasn't as likely. I have left out the earth tones here, and that gets to be a little bit tricky, but you can still come up with them. I think it's a good thing because people have a tendency to overuse earth colors, and it makes the portraits look muddy. So let's get started on how this works. We're going to pick up red, and I'll just work, I'm real careful with it. I'm going to set it down right here, kind of in the middle. Roll it, take your time, be gentle, thoughtful, and mindful. So we're going to pull the red out. I'll pull a little bit more, and I take it right from the end here, because later as I keep doing this, I can just add another line of it. But right now, I'm just kind of guessing at how much I want to use to show you what I'm doing. Okay, now we're picking up the yellow, about the same amount. And you'll note that I'm squeezing and trying to get excess out, but not using a lot of terp for that. Now I've got the red, the yellow, and then I'm going to stick a little blue in here, right there. So there's my little triad of paint. Next mixture. Red plus yellow. This is one of my favorite mixtures. I adore this mixture. Red plus yellow. Here we go. Look at that. So pretty. Very charged. And what I do is, and you'll figure this out with practice, if it needs to be more yellow, more red. And there's an infinite number of variations on this. Dominant yellow, dominant red, and so forth. So really, I'm showing you the very basic mixture here. This is yellow plus red, and we'll do the gradation. I'm thinking I need a little more yellow in it to suit me. And this comes with experience, you know, you're just gonna have to play around with this. Okay, and then leave that on the brush, tip in here, see how you contaminate it. You've gotta be really careful, it takes just a tiny bit. Next mixture, here we go. Start working a little faster for you, but I think you see where we're going with this. Let's do it. Here we go. Second gradation, is that good or what? It looks like icing. It looks good enough to eat, but don't. This is the magic palette using red, yellow, blue, plus black, plus white. Ta-da! I'm going to kind of just make a first statement about this lip thing. I've got this shape wrong. I can already tell it's way wrong. But this is how I'm learning about the model. I'll come back and make adjustments as we go. There's two highlights there that may cause some serious problems later for me, or challenges. Let's call them challenges. The broadness of her cheek and the pinkness of it too. I'd like to make a note of it right away before I go any further. It's quite pink, more orangey though. So remember how we talked about how this works. I'll just add a little more yellow to what's on there. Pull this over, cross it, add some white, pull it down. More pinky, more orangey, more reddy. And there we go. Make a statement there about the blush of the cheek. And I'm infusing this. I'm thinking almost like a pastelist here. I'm just kind of working a little bit dry because this is my drawing. And a lot of people do grisaille drawings. I finally went, why? Why would I do that? Let me just get some color on there. Let's get going. Let's get going with this thing. And And let's start making a little statement about the mouth. She has very full lips. Lots of fun to paint, full lips. I like that. I'm going to go ahead and land the highlight on the nose. Sometimes I'll do that and then work backwards just to make sure that I agree with myself on where this is. And I'm just going to make a little cool highlight. Go back down to this tint of black and white. Remember, black and white, how silvery it looks. Watch this. Very nicely done. It looks almost blue.